Russia and China are looking to break the dollar's dominance.
I think I will use the word doomed in the long term.
Restrictions ease and turnover starts to recover. The two countries are refocusing on a mutual goal, using their own currencies instead of the US dollar.
Russia and China are hoping to change that. They want to trade in their own currencies, the yuan and the rupee.
Iran and Russia's de-dollarization strategy. The ultimate weapon against illegal Western sanctions. The world is changing. The United States, once the most powerful country in the world, is losing its grip on global affairs. One country that is defying US power is Iran. Iran has been facing US sanctions for over 4 decades, but it is now fighting back with a de-dollarization strategy that could render those sanctions useless. Welcome to Economic Echoes, the channel that brings you the latest news and analysis on the most pressing economic, geopolitical, and financial issues of our time. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest trends and developments in these areas, then you've come to the right place. But before we dive into today's video, we want to take a moment to invite you to join our community of engaged and informed viewers. By hitting that like button, subscribe, and turn on notification bell button. By this, you'll never miss content as we dive into the most pressing issues of our time. Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting topic: Iran and Russia's de-dollarization strategy and how it's becoming the ultimate weapon against illegal Western sanctions. In this video, we'll take a look at how Iran is cooperating with Russia to render US-established sanctions useless at a global level, and how many other countries are following suit by abandoning the hegemony of the US dollar. So, let's dive in. Iran has been facing US sanctions since 1979, and the sanctions were lifted only during the 1981 to 1987 period, but they were reenacted and have been maintained ever since. However, the recent bilateral advancements between Iran and Russia involving monetary and banking matters are crucial for dooming the illegal Western sanctions to failure. According to Ali Shamkhani, the Secretary of the National Security Council of Iran, he noted that many other countries have also started walking this path of de-dollarization, abandoning the hegemony of the US dollar. The two countries, which are two of the most sanctioned nations by the US in the world, are on the verge of finalizing a comprehensive strategic agreement that would further advance the integration between their economic systems. Turning aside from the Western influence and the clout of the US dollar in their trading operations, according to analysts, the continued enactment of sanctions, as well as the need to trade for goods that cannot be imported due to restrictions, has taken these two nations into close ranks together. There are not many companies or entities willing to risk facing secondary economic sanctions, so they choose to cut ties with Russia and Iran, even abandoning lucrative deals. However, this situation has led to Iran and Russia working to establish the International North-South Transport Corridor, a multilateral corridor comprised of more than 7,200 kilometers of roads, rail, and sea communication links that would facilitate trade between Russia, Azerbaijan, Iran, and India, as well as opening the possibilities of accessing Central Europe too. The establishment of sanctions and the so-called weaponization of the US currency have been recently brought into the spotlight, being criticized for their negative effect on the status of the US dollar as a reserve currency. Renowned economist Jeffrey Sachs recently stated that other countries fear the confiscation of their dollars if they get into a policy disagreement with the US. Economist and author of Currency Wars, Jim Rickards, has also called out the behavior of the US Treasury in this regard, stating it was the greatest enemy of the dollar as a reserve currency. So, to wrap it up, it's clear that Iran's de-dollarization strategy is becoming the ultimate weapon against illegal Western sanctions, and many other countries are following suit. The hegemony of the US dollar is being challenged, and the establishment of sanctions is being criticized for their negative impact on the status of the US dollar as a reserve currency. What do you think about the recent de-dollarization efforts and the bilateral agreements between Iran and Russia to avoid sanctions? Tell us in the comments section below. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on this topic and update you guys in the future. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on any new content that we produce. Lastly, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. Your likes help our video to rank higher in the YouTube algorithm, which means that more people will be able to find and benefit from our content. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the comment section in the future